Hello, welcome to the latest episode of the Kilcullen Diary SoundCloud. I'm Byrne. This time I'm talking to David Byrne, co-owner with David Hogan of the Crean's Place restaurant business in Kilcullen. At the moment, like others in the trade, it is closed except for takeaways at weekends. Like other chefs too, David is helping out local volunteer groups by cooking meals for delivery to those in isolation. When he was very young, David's parents moved to Vancouver in Canada, and he says that experience as a child probably influenced him later to begin his training as a chef there. He recalls particularly the variety of foods, including caribou and wild fish from the rivers, as part of the normal eating in what he says is a most beautiful part of the world. He actually began in the hospitality sector as a kitchen porter in the K Club in Straffan at the age of 13. Later he moved down the road to Barberstown Castle, and when he was 19 he went back to Vancouver and spent 3 years training as a chef.
I moved back to Ireland, myself and my now wife, and then I went to the West Grove where Barry Hayden honed my skills a bit more. He gave me free rein to do what I wanted, what I learned, but also kind of guided me a little bit as well, which was nice. Spent 5 years with him, and then I moved over down to Carlow in the Chalk Dolman as a first head chef job, and then had my firstborn child Molly, and then moved because of the travel. It was an hour's travel for me every day, and it was long 12-hour days. And with the newborn, my wife, I just said, no, I can't be doing these long days and travels. So I moved across the road, or to somewhere locally anyways, in the Heritage Hotel, where I spent 4 years. I was head chef in one of the restaurants and then sous chef for the whole hotel. A very good experience again. It was more, so I was doing fine dining, banquets for 300. So that was good exposure as well. And then that's when Crean's Place came involved. Barry Hayden actually pointed me in the direction of David Hogan, my business partner.
Over those years, David has developed his chefing skills to cover all aspects of food preparation, cooking and presentation. He also gained a business qualification, an essential for managing your own restaurant. But sometimes the most satisfying element of his work comes about at home, especially in these times.
I would say, I love doing breakfast. I really enjoy doing pastas. It's because it's just for something so simple. You can make something so tasty out of it, and the kids love it. It's for me because of the kids. Like I do something that I can think of quickly at last minute, because with the 3 kids, it's a busy day with trying what's going on. And that's, to me, the quickest and the easiest thing, because you can create something so quickly and nice. And then not only that, it's fun to even make pasta, fresh pasta with the kids, because it gets their mind going, physical activity, and then it's creating memories for them as well.
A key part of the mission at Crean's Place from the beginning was sustainability. David estimates that 99% of what is produced at the restaurant is made within the premises itself, often using ingredients from his own garden.
It was something that my mother instilled in me, that anything worth doing is not easy, but you'll get better flavors if you start from the basics, from something from scratch, like a homemade stock. I always found it's healthier. You have better health benefits if you use fresh ingredients rather than processed stuff. You were able to use your skills as a chef to make things better. So exactly like the vegan mayonnaise, it was something that it took me a little bit to research or come up with.
Another part of the sustainability effort at Crean's Place is eliminating as far as possible the use of plastics, especially single-use. They don't, for instance, use cling film in the kitchen. In the takeaway service, they were very early into not using takeaway cups.
It should be something that we stand for. And I think it's kind of set us a little bit apart from everyone. that we do prefer doing sustainability. Like even with our takeaways, we still don't do disposables. We just ask the customers to bring their containers with them, and we would fill it up with them. So there's no cross-contamination, as in me touching their stuff or them touching our stuff. It's literally just container on the table, pour it in, wipe it down, and away they go. So we're constantly thinking of new ways to do it.
From the beginning, it was key to the business that local suppliers would be supported. Among these are local farmers, Cullens in Ballysacks. Cullen Farms provide what David says is the best chickens and turkeys he's ever had. Jenny Young provides cheeses and duck eggs. And of course, there's Nolan's of Kilcullen.
He's always accommodating to me. Always like if I'm looking for a certain amount like if I wouldn't know how much of a cut I would need, he would guide me in the right direction. Look, I'm suggesting you use this and that amount. And to have a butcher like that, Kilcullen's blessed to have a butcher like him.
As the coronavirus situation moves into the next stage, at some point including a reopening of the restaurant businesses, David is hopeful, while acknowledging that it will not be easy for his industry.
Very difficult, very difficult. I feel a very big uphill battle because we don't know after this can see a big drop in business because there's obviously going to be a social distancing implemented even when the restaurants are able to reopen, I think. And so with that, the restaurants already work under tight margins, and if you're dropping your numbers even down further, it's going to be even harder to cover the rents, the utilities, even the suppliers to pay them. So it's going to be a very difficult time. But as long as there's understanding of what's happening and the restaurants work together, I think we could get through this. I would like to think we could.
You have been listening to the Kilcullen Diary SoundCloud. I'm Byrne. Thanks for listening. Hope you'll be here again.